Hello and welcome to week 4 of the NJCAAE Valorant. Tonight, CCC Cougars are going up against the Old Dominion Monarchs. I'm coming to you live from the William G. Rower Center in Cherry Hill. This is Ben Brandreth once again. And tonight we're starting off on Haven. Our Valorant blue team starting on defense. And the Monarchs on attack here. First thing of note, Cougars right now are 2-1 in their overall record. And another thing of note is that Cougars will not be playing their strongest map, Corrode, because it has been banned by Old Dominion. Something is probably smart if you look at the statistics of this Cougars team.
Yes, this should do.
A slightly antiquated comp, you could say, for the Cougars on the defense side here. Killjoy not seen as frequently these days as a Cypher or even like a Deadlock or Vise. But even so, still a strong Sentinel. Nish, instantly one-shot by Mori, goes down, putting the defense already in a 4v5. Still, just sort of holding slow towards mid. Just watching for flanks on the attack side. Lou on the jet, pushed up almost all the way towards B, but then backed off. Now it looks like there's gonna just take their default towards A. 40 seconds into the round already. Not a lot of space gains, so they're gonna have to clear every angle here as they move towards the A site. Lou is gonna go down in towards sewers. Smoke towards heaven, and another towards backside. That's gonna start cluing in the defense on where this hit's gonna be. Aegis dodges the dart and finds one with that frenzy. Mori finds another with
one enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh man, trade's going both ways. Vitalik gets flashed, but is able to spam out Apple for a 3K on the round. There's just a tiny bit of HP left, giving the pistol to Old Dominion. A couple nice headshots in that round for Mori, like, you know, one at the beginning of the round, another going into that site. But Vitalik finding the other three. And despite the best attempts of the defense side, Vitalik just lives long enough to do the damage needed and win that round for the Monarchs. Right away, up to me, Guardian spams Apple with a headshot. Maybe just a peek. And yeah, and oh, Nish doing a little bit of damage, but already the other player's falling. And up to me spams another player through the smoke bow. The last one to go down. A very clean anti-eco on the side of Old Dominion.
Here.
Vitalik is already almost at that ultimate. You know, nothing's too crazy, but it is a lot of information. Can win you an attack round if you can just sort of figure out which side on the defense is weakest. It's only Aegis on that A site, already just peeking sewers, and this is where defaults are sort of going. A jump peek gets a shot out from both of the duelists. And Age still hear footsteps here. In the meantime, Spike looking over towards the C site.
Cover going out.
A smoke towards C, and finally we're going to see Bonmi send a teleport back towards spawn. And still sort of tucks in on A long. Once again, we're about 50 seconds into the round here. Not a huge amount of space taken. Those, I mean, mid definitely belongs to Old Dominion right now, as does part of A. But once again, the dart dodged, and it looks like it's going to be a pivot into B. No, they're going to call it back off. And I mean, the defense
30 seconds left.
rotates are there, and now it's only 30 seconds to get onto this A site. And there's absolutely time for people to get here. Apple going into heaven. Sends a flash out. It's just Aegis now with a judge. But isn't unable to find anyone. Does a bit of damage. Bo finding two. Bonmi getting that trade. Aftershock out. Bonmi super low. Apple finding the spam on that one. And now a 2v2. And Spike doesn't go down. The Spike planter was killed. And Old Dominion lose on time. A bonus round going the way of the Cougars. And that one was super close. An unexpected ending there, but Bonmi is the one that had the spike and was just so low. Got spammed out. Apple doing a great job on that one. And really, the saving grace of that round. Otherwise, you're in a hard retake there with 2v2. Not a lot of utility left. So, I mean, and you would also have the Cypher ult on the defense, or sorry, on the attack side. So, Vitalik there, just knowing that the time was up, obviously didn't invest that, but a huge round win for the Cougars, giving them 1 up against the 2 of Old Dominion, going into the fourth round here. And another slow default. A drone sent into garage. Aegis does have to clear it. I'll note that. Apple, an aggressive sort of peek there, as Up To Me also peeks into B, and is holding out util. Up To Me finding a headshot onto Apple. Lou doing some great work on that jet so far. That's a good amount of utility left in the pockets of Apple. Aegis once again with the judge. Finds a kill, and that drops the spike. But they're going to smoke that off. Moonlight peeks out. Gets one before Lou finds him. Aegis switches to the pistol to try and find Catboy at long range. Unable to, but does some damage. Now it's just Bo in a 1v3. Spike's pivoted over towards the C site. We'll note this going down here.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Just started walking towards the site, but eventually decides to save the rifle. Gonna run all the way over towards A. And just hide in a corner. Probably not gonna move past this trip here just so that his location isn't noted. Old Dominion backing up to avoid dying to the spike here. Taking a couple looks, Lou sort of checking that B site for anyone, but doesn't spot anything, of course. Third round going the way of Old Dominion. Still one in the pocket of the Cougars. It's going to have to be a save here on the side of Camden County. Just sort of a stretch by. Not a lot that they can do. Bo does have a full armor purchase from the previous round, but took some damage, so that is not actually a full 50 armor. He just once again with a shotgun. Vitalik on the other side, yet to die. 4-person default towards A this time, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit faster. Multiple players already moving in. Drone sent towards sewers. There are 3 players already over towards this site. But Apple is definitely going to be the first one to take any sort of contact. Holding out a stun. Ooh, Nish just goes down instantly to Lou. And Apple swings out with that classic, is unable to find anything other than a bit of damage. Bo in a smoke.
Spike planted.
He's going to have to check a corner here, but the spam coming back in is just dangerous. Fast lane out.
Player standing.
Vitalik finding another 2. Aegis making an attempt there, of course, but not able to find anything. Moonlight, good to find 1 here after placing that nano swarm, but it's just gonna have to back up and save once again. Does have a Vandal,
Found them.
so at least you're saving something out of this eco. Just gonna tuck in on the C site, but on the side of Old Dominion, you're gonna try and hunt this down. Your economy is doing quite well. Your opponent's not as much, right? So Cougars hoping to be able to save this. Lou getting sort of close in garage, but isn't going to be able to find Moonlight in time. 4 now on the side of Old Dominion, and 3 ults for them as well. That Cypher ult still available. Lou with the knives, and Mori with that Hunter's Fury can combo pretty well with the Cypher ultimate. Also would combo well with Banmi's Yoru ult if it is saved. On the other side, Neon ultimate in the pockets of Aegis. And yeah, is going to buy another Judge here, and actually Nish with an Operator. Going to be watching A long, and that, I mean, has been the favored site so far of this attacking side, but they're just going to take a free C site here. Not really a single piece of Sentinel utility other than a Nanoswarm, and it's not popped. Somewhat interestingly, I mean, that's Nanoswarm absolutely would have damaged a Spike Planter, but it's goes unused, and it's up to me. Blue finding a kill, and Vitalik finds Aegis before they can enter the site after popping that ultimate, and by me finding the last in that round in a flawless for the Monarchs in what was sort of a disjointed retake. A lot of individual efforts to sort of get onto that site, and Fallout here, Coach Zach for Camden County is going to take a timeout. I mean, yeah, there's absolutely a couple things to fix. There's not a lot you can do when your holds are sort of based around a 1-2-2 or a even, I mean, in that round it looked more like a 2-3 sort of a 0-2-3, 0 players on that C site. This timeout going to be over briefly, and I mean, at this point, in a 5-1 lead for Old Dominion, Cougars are going to have to do a couple nice things to try and get back in this half. 6 more rounds to go. I mean, I think another thing that's sort of thrown the Cougars off here is the change from that sort of slow style in the first couple of rounds to now like a quicker one in that previous, when you had something like, I think actually what we're going to see in this round, where just a couple players taking things slow, not committing to a site. Your options are different. Aegis just going to dash in, sprint, get one and get out. Lou goes down, and trade is unable to be found. Just getting some value out of that Spectre, and also value out of that regen shield as well. A drone sent in. Mori doesn't see anything. And yeah, this time, once again, taking things slow. 40 seconds now passed in the round. No commitment yet. Just sort of waiting for any aggressive peaks. And not taking a lot of space still. I mean, they know that B is clear, but they really don't know anything about A long or anything on C at all. I mean, they have a trip there watching for that flank, but I mean, there could be people holding any angle in sewers or the back of A long, so they really have to take things kind of slow here, but they're just dry peeking their way in. sort of confident in their own aim. Bonmi sending a flash in to initiate the site entry. Catches Aegis and, yeah, capitalizes on that. Apple here in heaven with the Sheriff. Sends out the Aftershock, and that's going to find the Spike Planter, but not before it goes down. So now a 4v3 retake, but, you know, worse weapons, of course. Apple, good flash. Finds Vitalik. In the meantime, Nish finds one, and the Sheriffs get the round win for the Cougars. Some nice headshots to clean up those attacking players. And a second round now for Camden County.
Thrifty.
Apple will get that defuse to build up that ultimate. The Rolling Thunder now available. 4 ults now up on the side of Old Dominion. Still that Cypher ult not yet used. Probably still enough time to get one more in this half, but perhaps not, so you can always sort of criticize the holding of ultimates. But we'll see. Maybe there just hasn't been an opportune time to use that yet. And of course, I mean, if you have a round where you win quickly or lose quickly, it's not going to be quite as valuable. B smoked off on the attacking side. Actually, this time, Odin here, spamming towards garage. Nish, though, just finds one in a window. I think after just a little peek there. That's a good start for the Cougars. Up in a 5v4, winning that first duel. Apple here, going sort of towards that spawn side, looking for a flank. I mean, there is a trip there, and they are watching that angle. In the meantime, the spike has moved over towards C. Aegis here, holding the site. They're deciding not to commit a dart yet. And that could be negative. Oh, but they send it in now, but aren't ready. I mean, it gets cleared, but they don't watch for where that was coming from. Aegis finding 2 before going down, and now just 2 players left on the attacking side. 40 seconds, and you've lost all of the space you had. I mean, really, the only space you own is between those 2 trips.
Shadows traveling.
And this small section
30 seconds
up towards
left.
Cubby of C, and you see Moonlight has a nice little angle here. TP onto the site from Catboy
Spike down.
gets caught,
C.
and it allows Vitalik to get onto the site and get the trade. But now a 3v1 retake here
10 seconds
is
left.
stunned by Apple, and Nish just able to spam out into that. Is gonna be able to get the defuse. Another nice round from Camden County. This time, not even needing to, you know, play on the site for a retake as much as they are just able to find good kills off of, you know, any entry attempts from Old Dominion. And now almost every single ultimate up on both sides. Just Aegis's, who was the only one to have popped an ultimate so far this game. And 8 rounds in here with only 4 left in the half. I'm sure we'll see some of those in these upcoming rounds. Aegis and Apple both looking towards A here, and at the same time 4 players of Old Dominion looking that way as well. Some pings from both sides, sort of noting that lobby area. Bonmi ults. Aegis finds 3
Spike down A.
as the other players move in towards sewers. As Bonmi just, you know, went by to try and get information, they tried to capitalize on knowing that Aegis was there, but were unable to. Aegis with a massive 3K, and that just leaves Bonmi in a Vitalik with really no information once again. The Cypher ultimate not even able to be used yet. There's no body to put it on. A minute left in the round, just slow walking in towards the site here. Apple spots them. Cam did come out. Actually, that dart misses. Bonmi flashes, and
Last player standing.
Apple goes down, but Nish getting a trade. Now it's just Bo with the air, Odin is just gonna find that kill onto Vitalik. And now 4 for the Cougars. That timeout showing value as they've won the last 3 in a row. It's almost even out that scoreline. 5-4 still in favor of Old Dominion and the Monarchs. An ultimate finally used, but once again, it is the only, you know, it's the only ultimate now that's not online. 9 ults still available with only 3 rounds left in the half, and it seems like this Sova ult might be being saved for post plant. I mean, Usually your ultimate is great for comboing that. I mean, Aegis absolutely could have gone down to that ultimate, though the Neon is hard to target with that sort of ultimate, of course. Jet knives popped on the defense and the attack side. Apple, the only one on A here, is gonna have to fight this off. Ultimates, yeah, it pulls out the Rolling Thunder, but Lu finds the first. Nish sends in 3 knives, doesn't make any contacts. But now, Killjoy ultimate on the retake, and now we see the Hunter's Fury coming out to destroy that lockdown. It does. But on the retake, first 2 go in the way of the Cougars. Clone going out, notice. Moonlight finds one, but trades. Overall, going the way of Old Dominion, and Catboy finding 3 on that round. Absolutely winning that for them, because that was a retake that looked like destined for victory. And you're up, I think it was at least maybe a 4v2 at one point there, so great job from Catboy, able to finish off that round smoothly. And once again, Old Dominion looking towards this A site. 6-4 in favor of the Monarchs. 2 rounds left in the half. And every ultimate that was left was popped in that one. So now a clean slate. Probably won't see many of them built back up before the end of the half. And know that A look sort of just turned into a regular default. Spike moving up towards garage. Nanoswarm placed at the door there. And Nish just peeking down C long finds Catboy. Nanoswarm broken at the garage door, and Lu has pushed slowly up A. Notes Apple. Aegis here in the corner though, not noted, so we'll see what that looks like. Bo
Smoke's down.
smokes off A, but in the meantime, Vitalik, yeah, pushed up towards B with Mori, and that site is now theirs. Moonlight looking to contest the spike plant here, gets a Nanoswarm place, but not activated in time. Vitalik finds 1 on the entry, but Moonlight trades. Aegis once again finding 1 as well, and now 2v2 post plant. On me in a regular spot, but are they expecting? No. Oh, Moonlight saw it. Is gonna try and get half here. Lu dashes up, and Moonlight tried to hold that. Was so close, but Lu finally looks towards that spike and gets the kill. I mean, it absolutely looked there for a second like Moonlight was gonna be able to stick that all the way. Lu hadn't even looked at the spike yet. He was trying to find Aegis, that other player, alive, and just wasn't quite able to find the kill fast enough, but did end up doing so. And now last round before the swap, 7-4 for Old Dominion. Pings down towards sewers once again. Looks like there's going to be some dry swings and aggressive pushes once again from the 2 duelists of Old Dominion. A slightly different hold on the defense side, only Apple on A, but really holding towards sewers only. No actual A site presence fully, unless Apple backs up into it. And Bonmi and Lu have gotten this A site for free, and yeah, they're gonna call for the spike. Apple here, not watching his back, goes down. I mean, it was just slow walks all the way. And so Apple caught off guard, and now 4-person retake for Camden County. Nish going towards heaven. Vitalik able to find Moonlight trying to get into the site. The drone actually blocks Aegis from hitting a shot onto Vitalik, and now it's just Nish. It's known in heaven, and Lu finds that kill, giving 8 rounds for Old Dominion on a flawless end to the half.
Switching sides.
4 for Camden County, and the sides are going to switch here. 40 seconds at the start of this half to sort of think about how you want to do this attack side. I mean, if you look at this timeline here, you can tell a lot of those rounds really just dependent on the kills more than the spike. And wouldn't be surprised if we keep seeing that, even though the sides have switched. Pings out towards the C site, looking to be probably a fast take here. Trips on B and Garage. We do have Banh Mi and Vitalik over towards the C site, pretty close. On the other side, Mori and Liu setting up an aggressive peek there. Aegis, though, immediately finding a frenzy kill onto Vitalik. Banh Mi swings and gets his own. Actually, Paranoia does a great job to save Banh Mi's life and get him out to allow for a 4v4 retake. Otherwise, Banh Mi was sure to go down to Nish. Catboy finds one in Garage. Now it looks like it's going to be 2 and 2. Nish does find the first shot. And a good flash. Allows for one. Apple finds his 2 in the smoke. Now 2v2, but the health is super low. Apple, another. Gets his third. Goes down, and now Banh Mi with 3 in the round as well. And no, Bo. Just unable to find that kill. Banh Mi 4 on the round. And gets the defuse after that molly dissipates. An unfortunate round loss there. I mean, it really only would have taken probably just a right click in the general direction of Banh Mi to get him down there. But Bo just sort of probably used to and maybe more confident in just that regular aim, but unable to find it. And now the second pistol of this game going in favor of Old Dominion. And this will give them an outlaw and a martial buy.
Time to jump.
And immediately after an A look here, we'll see, yeah, Liu finds Moonlight right away with a singular shot. 2 players have crossed here. Oh, Mori finds one with the Sheriff as well. And Liu, after a reload, finds 2 more with a 3K, and Catboy cleans it up. Another flawless anti-eco. Though the Outlaw and the Marshal do lose significant value in a round like the bonus, where your opponents are going to have full armor. No, okay, there is Nish on the light armor, so that gives at least 1 target that will die in 1 shot to the body. But obviously, something like a Vandal would be slightly better in this sort of situation, but does allow for things like we saw in that previous round, which ended up being a flawless 10-4 in favor of Old Dominion here. Liu finds Nish. Aegis, though, gets a trade onto Vitalik and gets a smoke towards top of Garage. So now, things not easy here for the defense. You're going to have a lot of things to look at. Oh, Aegis and Catboy both decide to commit into that smoke at the same time. Catboy was in it first, really, so that gave him the advantage. Bo just finds more on the flank, but I don't think expects the second. No, doesn't. And Liu gets that in with a nice spam, able to find Moonlight. And Catboy entering into the site with Banh Mi allows for a cleanup of the round, and once again, defuse coming through. 11-4 now for Old Dominion, and Cougars in a bad spot. I mean, your eco breaks after a loss like that on the bonus, so you're really gonna have to struggle to get a buy through here. There's a lot of different ideas at the professional level on what you do in a round like this. I mean, do you want to let your opponents get to 12 rounds? Do you want to try and contest with the best buy that you can? It seems like Cougars are going to go with just a little bit of a mix, some armor and some sheriffs. But Liu, with this operator, is going to immediately peek towards a long. It's just going to be Moonlight here at the moment, sort of holding that smoke, while the other 4 players look towards mid. Aegis with the Bucky. Likely to be the one that's going to find contact here into Garage, where Banh Mi is sitting and waiting. Taps the sprint. There's a trip and spots Banh Mi, but misses the shot, and Banh Mi able to find 2 before going down to Bo. Drone here, gonna note both players there in mid. So they're gonna back up. Paranoia miss, but Catboy does find Nish anyway. Vitalik goes down to Bow. Nice headshot. 3v2 with Catboy on low health. But there's some aggressive movement here. Still though, Camden County gonna be able to move onto a free C site before any rotates can really come through.
Bot coming back.
But you're gonna have to watch probably from 3 different angles here, and we might see a fast move through from Mori. Okay, 1 spam shot hit, so that's more damage dealt. And there is a smoke to play with on site here. Bo, here's players coming. Here's the footsteps. Oh, gets spammed out a little bit. Molly goes out. Is unable to... No, is able to pop the ult before dying. But still... There's enough time for this defuse. Okay, the Molly lasting just long enough to find Catboy, but still. Doesn't matter in the end of this. A little bit of a strange investment there. I mean, I don't know... I think you probably should know that there's not enough time left in the round for that.
Match point.
But still...
Oh, look. They're desperate.
A good attempt. A weak buy made into a strong effort. However, the Monarchs at 12, Cougars at 4. They would need 8 rounds in a row to bring this to overtime. It's going to start here with an A look on a full buy, but into the operator of Lou. And Jet Knives, of course, in the back pocket if needed. Paranoia sent, and that actually sends the rest of the team back sort of into Lou's operator. Mori goes down, but decent damage done to Apple. Lou finds Nish. Breach ult sent into the site, but doesn't find anything. Knives popped. Catboy finds Aegis. And Lou finds another. Bo gets a trade, but now 1v3. And Moonlight falls. 13-4 in favor of Old Dominion on map number 1 of Haven. I mean, as we look at the scoreboard here, we can see sort of what the reasoning was, and that is Lou, 22-8, a ridiculous KD, 7 first bloods. I mean, that's the kind of thing that'll just win you games if you're getting that first kill so often and so frequently. I mean, there's just not a lot you can do if you're down numbers, you know, all the time. Vitalik started off the game, I think it was something like 10-1. So, of course, his impact definitely noted there as well. We'll be going to Sunset after this, and we will see you after a short break. Hello everyone and welcome back to NJCAAE Week 4. Valorant Blue Team for Camden County College up against the Old Dominion Monarchs. This is Ben Brandreth coming to you from the William G. Rower Center in Cherry Hill, of course, streaming for the Cougars into this map of Sunset. Cougars starting on the attack side, the opposite of what we saw last map. A couple different agent selections here, I mean very different. Aegis on KO instead of the Neon. Nish looking towards the Yoru, and Moonlight is going to be on that second duelist, Raze. Apple playing Vise and Bo playing Smokes. Pretty much the only role other than Nish that is the same. On the opposite side, Bonmi once again on Yoru. Lu playing Reyna, and Vitalik taking over the Sentinel role again. This one will be interesting. We'll see how things start off here. One thing you're going to want to look for, of course, is Lu going to put up the same performance as he did on that first map. Even though the agent has switched, I would guess yes. But obviously things remain to be seen in that regard. Moonlight also, I mean, a very large switch. Going to a different role entirely, so lots of potential things to watch here. That first map, of course, not going the way of the Cougars. But in general, I feel like this map is more similar to one of their favorites, which is Corrode. I mentioned that they're not able to play this series because it was banned out by Old Dominion.
There.
Sort of in the aggressive play style and the space taking that's needed. A push in towards tiles and courtyard. Vitalik is spotted.
Wall set.
Smokes set down and Vitalik puts the wall there. Paranoia coming from top mid, and as the smokes goes down, it's definitely
Caution here.
lots of places to look out for now.
Go get him.
Mid control firmly in the hands of Camden County, but not much else. Bo sticking back with the spike. Smokes off top mid once again. Wall goes up. Vitalik finds Moonlight. Unable to follow after their teammates there. And the door popped as well. Only 35 seconds in the round.
30
And
seconds left.
Camden County doesn't really know what to do here. It looks like they're going to go over towards this B site, but that is where the defenders are. A good flash play, though, into top mid. Allows Aegis to find one. Mosh going to be sent in to sort of just delay that push towards the B site.
10 seconds left.
Nish swings out, and Bo, not quite on the same timing,
B.
gives it as two 1v1s. Mori able to find Apple, and Aegis finds another, but the spike was down and time runs out. And that's the pistol round in favor of the defense. And actually that's a little unfortunate for Aegis, I think, to actually live there. You get less money overall because of that. And you're not going to be able to save quite as much into the next. Obviously, you do have a ghost, but you can't sell that for money. Once you bring that weapon through, it is yours. Holding up a knife over towards this B site. 3 players for Old Dominion over towards A. A shot with that Marshall and a TP away is all that Bonmi will get at the start of this one. Moonlight put into the smoke.
Cutting through.
Another TP set up for Bonmi. In the meantime, Apple looking over towards this A site. Just sort of being a lurk. TP sent in
Cover going out.
from Nish, and a smoke towards market and top of sight. Sends in the Cougars. Vitalik, though, with that Bulldog, finds 3, finds a 4th.
Spike down B.
And now it's just Apple. Here's rotates, footsteps, and does decent damage to Lou before going down to the better pistol. Another pistol round win and second round win for the Monarchs. This time, not a flawless second round, but nearly so. Still 4 players alive, and I mean, once again, map starting off strong for Vitalik. A 4K in that one, 6 kills already through 2 rounds.
Show us how it's done, Reina.
But here in this bonus, things in favor of the attacking side. Vice Utility and Bon Mi here on the B site. Vitalik closes the door. So really now, there's only one way Camden County can come from. Clone sent in.
Not ready yet. Retrieving
Bon Mi
flash.
takes the TP to get out. Doesn't want to die too early here. Didn't feel like maybe they were in a tradable position. Damage done to Moonlight as the site is entered, but Vitalik does go down. Moonlight sort of playing oddly with the blast packs there, but
Portal closed.
main angle's being watched. The flank is going to be an important one here, but for now, Nish and Moonlight set up to take this fight. Ooh. Dizzy finds one, and Bon Mi with the Sheriff actually finds one as well. Lou, another. Nish and Apple each finding one, but Mori, the last player alive, able to find 3 on the round, playing off of that Dizzy super well. And gets the 3K and the defuse to give the bonus rounds over towards Old Dominion. And now 3-0 is our score, and no bye really on the side of Camden County once again. And it looks like we're going to be keeping that round win streak going for the Monarchs, coming over from that previous map. It's definitely not what Camden County were looking to have at the start of this map, but still plenty of time left. This time a stack over towards the A site. A one-way from Catboy does well to let Lou find 2. Another peek out from Mori. Bucky unable to find value. And already lots of damage done to Nish as well, so 4v2 here. Notably, that Thrash is now online for Mori for the next couple of rounds. Wingman sent out, a little bit more damage done to Mori, who is spotted, but Reyna I
Fake teleport.
tossed that out. A fake TP sent in. Aegis just wide on a couple shots. Lou
Spike down mid.
doesn't miss, finds Nish for a 3, and swings again for 4 on the round. 2 4Ks in a row on the side of Old Dominion. 1 from Mori, 1 from Lou. And 4 rounds in favor of Old Dominion at the moment. Slightly different Vice Wall we're seeing there at the top of mid as opposed towards market. Just sort of going to use the natural, or not the natural per se, but the door that's part of the map as more of that resistance and information utility. Interesting flash there as well, put on the bottom of that lamp. And then once again, Vitalik gonna look over towards that door and close it. Beginning of this one, your ultimate sent in. Bon Mi TP's back towards spawn. The site is actually given almost for free. Nish pops out of the ult with the judge and finds Vitalik, and now it's definitely free. Rotates coming in from the top of the site. Boba and Wingman comes out. Sorry, Dizzy. And Mori actually able to find one before going down. And a swing out from Bon Mi off the flash also gets him a kill. And Catboy and Bon Mi, 1 more each. They didn't even need Lou on that one, who wasn't even done rotating. They get it on that retake and take it almost flawlessly. Only losing one off of a nice trade of Mori, and now 5-0 in favor of Old Dominion. Camden County starting off a little rough on this one, and yeah, we're gonna see a timeout coming through once again from Coach Fallout for Camden County. Last time that we saw this, there was some decent value pulled out, so gave them what ended up being, I think, 3 rounds in a row. But still, that wasn't enough to actually get them the lead in that half, and those were the last rounds that we saw them win. So important ones here. Gonna see what Coach Fallout can do for this Cougars team that's definitely struggling on this map at the moment. The gunplay from Old Dominion is definitely better. I would say that's the main difference. The trades, just sort of the macro game. Sorry, the micro game in that sense is just of the shooting and the playing off of the teammates. Those the small things that really make a team look clean is definitely in favor of Old Dominion, and we're seeing that in the scoreline as well. 5-0 at this point. But after this timeout, things could certainly change. Same sort of default that we have been seeing starting up in this round for the defense. 3 players over on this A site. KO ultimate ripped right off the bat from Aegis. Knife now sent in. That's not going to note anyone, so they don't know if anyone's here, but those players are on site in an elbow. Lou spotted and dodged away, but Mori here not noted, and that's 2 with the Odin as Lou finds their own. Nish going in, but unable to get anything off of elbow, and then paranoid as well, and that's a flawless round in favor of Old Dominion. Ultimate's not needed, and ultimate's invested from the attacking side, and that's not what you want to see after a timeout either. Decent round idea. I mean, there was definitely intent and thought put in there with that null command usage, but Mori not cleared behind slant on site there, and that really cost them that entry in the round entirely. I mean, 2 for free with that Odin spray is not what you want to give a team already in the lead. But now Camden County on an eco once again, sending Apple on alert here towards tiles. Orb grabbed. Moonlight tucked into the corner. Spots Vitalik. And I think that knife might have just barely missed Bon Mi, who was able to stay in that corner without committing a TP. Actually, no, I think it may have caught him because he does have to resend a TP out. Is obviously location not noted. Courtyard in control of Camden County, but that is all that they have. Other than just a little bit of B lobby here, but oh, Bon Mi thought about taking an aggressive peek there. And oh, the timing here for Moonlight. Just checks the wrong corner as Bon Mi switches. And then sends that TP back into spawn. Aegis taking some more Odin damage from Mori. And now 30 seconds left in the round. You're going to have to pick a site here. Knife suppresses Mori from top mid. But I think it's just going to peek here with the Odin soon. Lots of spam going in towards market. Vitalik pulling back ever so slightly. Flash broken. And actually, yeah, Nish finds the kill there. So there's only Bon Mi to clear on site. This is the important one. Oh, but Aegis and Nish fall to Bon Mi, and Bo is trying to stick the TP onto the site and goes down in that TP form, and then for real as the Monarchs take 7 with now all 5 of their ultimates up, not feeling like they needed to invest them so far. And this is beginning to look like a little bit of a stomp. We do have a bye again, though, from Camden County. There's a round to get into it. It is this one. Apple does have the ultimate can clear away the weapons. Sorry, those primary weapons of the Monarchs, and Nish finding the first onto Vitalik. So maybe getting the read that that door closing is happening every round, taking that opportunity. Mori here gonna look for Nish, but is smoked off and just decides to spam. Nish does a good job to not walk right into it. Nish sends a TP up there as well. Forces Mori to back off ever so slightly. Lu drops actually out of that Reyna ultimate. So good job there, but in the same time, Catboy and Mori each finding their own. Nish does a good job to get Mori there. Now it's a 2v2. But that spike is left back towards spawn. Only 40 seconds left. Still no commitment to either part of the map. Either bomb site. But now it finally looks like
30 seconds
maybe
left.
moving towards B.
Cover going out.
Bo
Shadows.
and Nish both making footsteps here, so this definitely is notable. Oatman TP sent out, and now Nish and Bo will have to watch for every angle. Paranoia sent out, but doesn't actually find anyone, so good start there, but Bonmi finds Nish, and now it's just Bo. Pinned between both players, Catboy finding his third. And now an 8th round in a row
Portal closed.
on the defense side of Sunset
Idiots.
for Old Dominion. And yeah, that one's rough. Absolutely. I think that one started off so well. I mean, finding Vitalik, just in that 1v1 is fantastic. That's so much. I mean, it's really all. I mean, it is all of your Sentinel utility down on the defense side, but Cougar's not able to capitalize off that. Ended up
Time to jump.
getting caught on the other side of the map there. Once again, Market shut off and Courtyard gained, and now Mori once again is going to be peeking this with the Odin. Apple commits the showstopper, and Mori finds Aegis, and Bombi finds Apple. Moonlight finds one, but goes down. Trades coming through for the most part. 2v3 here. It's going to be a 3-player retake from Market. Spike does go down. Paranoia here could be huge. Yeah, finds 2, but Catboy peeks out, getting missed by it. Nish
Player standing.
barely dodges that mosh. Mori taps the spike. Yeah, I was getting wrapped from the other side, and Mori with the Odin just does the damage needed up to me getting the defuse, and that's now 9 for Old Dominion and the Monarchs. Blue perhaps praising the Odin a little bit. We'll call it that. And, I mean, despite the showstopper finding 1, the trades were not all there. And yeah, once again, a rough look here for the Cougars on the attack side. When, I mean, obviously, any sort of double duelist comp is looking to take aggressive fights in some manner, but obviously that has not been successful for this attacking side. Mori being the truly dominant player, 12-3 at the moment. A nade to send Lu off of that angle. Catboy, though, does some damage, but has to back away. Odin spam now, though, into a lot of the players. Moonlight takes damage, but seemingly the only one. And now we're going to see a swing into elbow. Steel Garden being held. And good timing there. Nish finds Lu. Vitalik finds Aegis at top mid. Oh, and Catboy able to find Moonlight as well. And so that Steel Garden is no longer active, and it's just pistols versus full weapons, and Spike not even able to be planted before Mori swings in and finds Apple as well. And 10 rounds for Old Dominion now. 2 left in the half. Still Thrash and Steel Garden online for the defense. Both of these tools can be extremely strong at stopping any sort of site take or giving them advantage on a retake. And this Odin from Mori is just being absolutely controlling. Some pings here, pinging out top mid, and I mean that absolutely, if you can get that space away from Mori, sort of push him into a site and go the opposite way, I think that might be your best bet at the moment. He is just firing on all cylinders. Aegis here with an operator looking towards top mid, looking to fight Mori up with that Odin aggression perhaps. And in the meantime, players split up around the site. Apple forces Banh Mi to TP away. Moonlight spots Mori, but is on the wrong side for that operator. Nade sent out into a smoke as well. Keeping him off that angle, but still no real space gains. Fake TP pulls out the paranoia, so there's actually a lot of value there. And it also sets off that wall, so a lot of the util on the defensive side used. Oh, but in the meantime here, Lu has tucked himself into a nasty kind of angle. Omen TP sent into spawn. Gonna be an Omen battle here. Oh, but Bo's just not looking. And Catboy clears that one off, and Nish caught by Lu as well. And now a 3v3, but sorry, 3v4. But
30 seconds left.
even if it was a 4v4, I wouldn't put this in favor of Camden County. Only 20 seconds left. Committing into a site that you don't know much about. And yeah, immediately Banh Mi finds Moonlight, and that's the spike dropped. And you're gonna have to grab this again before you can do anything. Aegis does find one with the on the other side of the map, but it's all down to this fight. Apple goes down, and there's nothing you can do here. Aegis does give another kill, another death to Mori. Something that hasn't happened much in these 10 rounds, but it doesn't matter that the round win is not there. And Aegis is just gonna save this op into the last round of the half, where Camden County would be happy to get one, I think, on this one. It's all you can get left, but I mean, even if you do get it, I'm certainly positive that this Cougars side would not be satisfied with that. It absolutely would have wanted more on this one. I mean, you can just sort of see the difference in the scoreboard as well. The kills really all in favor of the Monarchs. Banh Mi jump peaks, forced to TP away. Once again, another aggressive push towards A as well, and same players noted. Obviously, there's no need to switch any of this defensive holds because of its success, though, as I say that, Mori was found by Aegis' operator at top mid, so that is a gap there, but they're not choosing to play off of it. They're just gonna opt in towards this B site. Null command popped. Moonlight trades out Apple. And so now you're in a 4v3. And that null command's still up for a little bit longer. And as it goes down here, we're likely to see the Steel Garden for this retake. And yeah, it's popped, but not quite before Moonlight and Aegis are each able to find one with those main weapons, and now it's just Lu in a 1v3, but the Empress is available. One kill here could give a heal, a much-needed heal to Lu, and that could be all of the difference. Time starting to tick down. Aegis, though, hits the shot with the operator, finding 3, and finally winning a round for the Cougars on the attack side.
Switching sides.
That's the last one in the half, and if trends continue, the pistol rounds, and that's dangerous. Monarchs, Old Dominion winning every one of them so far. And I mean, having almost flawless seconds as well. This is going to be a really important round win for the Cougars if they want to have any chance of getting back into this. The Valorant World Finals champions just saw the first 11-1 comeback at the professional level, and we'd have to see one here of similar difficulty if Camden County wants to go and make this a 3-map series. Old Dominion pushing really aggressively through elbow on a fast push, and Aegis peeks out of the smoke there and sees practically the whole team. Moonlight trades one. Nish, though, finding another. Lu still alive, though, and gets a second. Goes strong. Lu finds a third. Bo is going to smoke off some angles. Aegis actually finding one as well.
Last player standing.
Oh, but it's now just Lu.
One enemy
With that, oh, and off of a reload, Bo dropped by Bon Mi. Ace denied, but still, pistol round once again going the way of Old Dominion, and 12-1 is our scoreline as we go into the second round. That anti-eco, which has been almost perfect from the Monarchs all night. And sometimes you just play a team that just has your number, and that's really what it feels like here. The firing from Old Dominion, super strong. Their ideas, just really well thought out. Their pace, controlling, and Vitalik finding two right away off of a B lobby push is gonna set the tone for the rest of this round and what is likely to be the rest of this map. Moonlight falls as well. And the Spectre from Catboy needs a reload. Bo able to find one, but Lu cleaning up Bo makes it a 13-1 in favor of Old Dominion, making it 2-0 on the series. Haven going the way of Old Dominion on a 13-4 scoreline. This one a 13-1. Lu once again at the top of the scoreboard. Mori taking that second spot. Both of those top two only having 6 deaths in all 14 rounds. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And pretty much every round that they won on that attack side was strong with numbers still available. This has been week 4 of the NJCAAE Valorant for our Valorant blue team here at Camden County College up against the Old Dominion Monarchs. An unfortunate, not super strong showing from the Cougars, but there are many more weeks to play. I have been Ben Brandreth, your caster for the evening. I want to say thank you to our production team, and thank you once again to everyone watching, as I say every time, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.